Hello, what's up people of the internet and the world? It is me, Dark313 Knight, back again with a brand new episode of the Zoo series. In the last episode, we managed to build ourselves a beautiful zebra enclosure, truly something I'm very proud of, and in this episode, we are building the hippo enclosure, thanks to one amazing comment from one quackity not found. I'll slap it on the screen right now. They said, hold up, let me whip out the comment so I can read it. We need the chunky watermelon eater hippos next. Alright, so as you guys can see on the screen right now, the comments, as you can see, we're doing the hippo enclosure. So I want to say a special thank you to Quackity for another banger suggestion, and to each and every one of you guys who are watching the video. You guys' support on this video has absolutely been mind-blowing, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart for smashing that like button and subscribing. This series has been absolutely incredible, so thank you. And if you go to enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, cue that intro, and I'll see y'all when the intro's over. See ya. Hello guys, and welcome back to the Zoo series. In the last episode, we managed to build this killer zebra enclosure. As you can see, I did some things off camera, and the main thing I did, as you can see, the zebra enclosure was looking a little bit empty, so I did add some gazelles and some birds. Not that crow though. I think that crow's trying to eat the wheat. I think he's gonna eat the wheat in front of us, actually. Don't disrespect me like that, crow. Please do not disrespect me like that. He's crowing. Me and him are making direct eye contact. Bro, please do not eat that wheat in front of me, bruh. Alright. But as you can see, we made it like we added more animals, because I'm gonna be real. This enclosure is way too big for these 4 zebras. Or 5 zebras, because I want to go get more zebras off camera. But the zebras, I feel like, aren't utilizing the enclosure good enough, so I added some gazelles and some birds. If you guys don't like that, please tell me that in the comments, and I'll make a separate cage for the gazelles and take them out of there. But right now, they're friendly, they're vibing, they're chilling, so I was like, why not have some gazelles? It's all vibes. And I'm happy to see the crow did not eat the wheat, so yeah. But in this episode, we are faced with the ginormous task of building the hippo enclosure. And as you can see, I already made the outline for it and did some of the terraforming. This hippo enclosure is a little bit bigger than the zebra enclosure. And you may be like, why? Well, because this hippo enclosure is going to be a unique build for me. I have never done a build like this, but this hippo enclosure will be half underwater and half above water. What I mean by this is I'm gonna make this the only above water part of the hippo enclosure. Alright? Because obviously hippos spend a lot of time underwater, or like a good part of their life swimming. So I felt like I'm gonna make this half water. This half of the enclosure, this is all gonna be water, and I'm thinking either two things, and you guys will see it in later in the video. I'm thinking either one, this is all gonna be water. This floor will be completely water. All right, we're gonna fill the bottom floor with water. All right, but here's where it differs. We can do two things here, and I'm thinking we can do a little side piece where it's land. Like here, we can do land, and then we can have them go up so they can go. And I was thinking of making a little waterfall. A little waterfall right here. So we can bring this up by 1. Over here, we can bring this up. I don't have dirt on me. But we can bring it up by 1 over here. And just add like a little dirt here. And then flood this, or better yet, we flood this up to this level and have a little waterfall area coming down here so it can look nice. And when the hippos get tired of swimming, they can just come up here and make their way back up here. Or we can flood the whole bottom. The idea of this cage is to have the bottom floor glass, but glass blocks. And you may be like, why glass blocks? So we can see the water. I want you to not only see the hippos above water, but underwater as well. So when they dive underwater, I'm gonna have the glass be here so you can look in and be like, dang, that's a hippo swimming underwater, you know? So I want the water level to at least reach up to here. Up to this block right here. This block right here. The water should reach up to here. And I have high hopes for this enclosure. I think it's going to look amazing, fantastic, and incredible. And without further ado, I'm gonna hit you guys up with a time lapse. I'm gonna try to use the replay mod again. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy seeing me fill up the glass and fill up this aquarium, this exhibit with water, and enjoy the process. And I'll see you guys all when the process is done. See ya. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. We have put glass all over the exhibit. As you can see, I was gonna use glass and then glass panes on top, but I quickly decided I did this instead because I like, one, water and glass panes do not mix. It looks ugly, it looks sloppy, I don't like it, so you have to use glass blocks. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking the glass blocks, and then we transition to glass panes, and thanks to the clear glass, it makes it look super seamless and easy to transition into, and I'm really enjoying it, alright? But that's not it. That's not everything done. That's just the beginning done. The next part that I'm gonna have to do is replace all the floor. This floor right here with the... Damn, this is loud. Hold up, let me turn down the sound. But it is to replace all the floor that we currently have with a different type of sand, because I'm not satisfied with the sand we got right now. Or not the sand, but the dirt. I'm not satisfied with the dirt. I don't think it looks good, and I don't think it fits the vibe of the build. So we're gonna replace all of this, because of course this is gonna stay. This is gonna be like water. All of this is water, alright? If we make a land part, it's gonna be like above us on that floor. But this is all gonna be water, and we're gonna probably bring it up by one more. But that's not gonna be done until we fill this whole bottom row up with sand, because I feel like sand is very cool, and it's gonna make the underwater part look so much better, because if the underwater part's just grass, it's not gonna look as good. So I rather have some sand down here to make it hit that extra oomph. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna replace this whole thing with sand and make it look really nice and really cool. I do have a lot of the sand collected in my backpack. I collected a lot of it off camera because I didn't want to have a repeat of. These videos are always so long. And part of the reason these videos are so long is because I spent a long bit of time just collecting materials. So I'm slowly trying to like stop it and collect materials every day, little by little. So I don't have to be like, dang, I need to collect 1 billion sand. And then I don't sleep that night because I'm collecting 1 billion sand. So yeah, I'm just been collecting sand, and I've also made these tools that, as you can see, mine 3x3 clear out 3x3 areas, so I can just continuously do this, and then for these like smaller bits I can do that. This water actually is gonna come in handy because I can just go yoink, and that's that water collected. So now I have water, and with 3 I can make an infinite water source, so we can start cracking the second I get this done and clear it out. I'm gonna probably skip this part because you don't need to see me clear it out, and I'll probably be back once. Well, actually I'm almost done here clearing it out, but I'll probably cut away when I'm filling the whole bottom row with sand, because it's just a bunch of sand. And I may need to get more sand because this is a large place, and I think I only have a few stacks of sand. By the way, this backpack is saving my butt right now because it's so handy to clear out all the dirt. I have literally K's, like literal thousands of dirt, maybe close to 1 million dirt up there in my storage unit, because of all the mountains I had to clear and all the things I had to like fix. I'll show you guys real quick on the map of how much area, because this was a mountain. I had to flatten this out, smooth this out, and I'm gonna probably make the path like how I did and connect it. But I had to flatten out this area. This area was also mountain. I had to flatten out and landscape this. I'm gonna probably end up having to flatten out a large bit of this, but I also don't want the zoo to be completely flat, so I think for this part I'm gonna keep it on this like hill. So I'm not gonna flatten it out all to this level, but I'm gonna keep a little bit of it on a hill, because I think that will add depth and uniqueness to the zoo terrain. Also, I don't plan on making only exhibits, but I also plan on making gift shops and food courts, so you have something else to do at the zoo. Just like how a real zoo has gift shops and food court, I plan on doing that too. So I think that's cool. And as you can see, I'm starting to put sands, and I'll see you guys all when I put all the sand down and we have this whole area covered with sand. So I'll see y'all in a flash. Okay, hello people of the internet. I have returned and we have finished decorating the inside of the hippo enclosure. Yes sirree, I've spent at least 5 hours doing this, so it's been a fat minute, but for you guys it's only been a mere second. But without further ado, you can see a little sneak peek on the map, and bingo, this is the new hippo enclosure. We still need to add the water, but I think I got most of it down. I really do like how it turned out, and the main feature of this is obviously the water part, but this is where the water comes from, this little hot spring I made up here, which I really like. I'm really like gassed to like have it up here. It looks really good, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just hyped. It looks cool, it looks nice, and yeah. Of course, it's gonna like, I'm gonna have to like get a lot of water, so I have like infinite water buckets, or not infinite water buckets, but it does refuel my water. So the whole point of this hippo enclosure, or the whole thought behind it, is that this right here is a water spring, and the water spring is providing the giant lake the hippos are vibing in. So with this water spring, I'm gonna start here and then slowly make my way like down. Alright, which I love the design of this. I was originally gonna make it a waterfall, but I didn't know how to fit the waterfall into the space we had. So I was like, this water spring is gonna be the easiest, plus I can decorate it, which the rocks around the water spring is what gave me the idea to put these rocks not only in the water spring, but everywhere else. Because as you can see, the rocks aren't only in the water spring, but they're quite literally all around here. So I really like that feature as well. I'm right now collecting water buckets, and I'm gonna start with the bottom and then make my way out. I'm gonna close this off, and then yeah, I'm gonna probably time lapse this next part so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me fill this up, because this is gonna probably be a long process. So I'm gonna time lapse it probably after the rain clears up. I'm also gonna end up bone mealing the large part of the underground, or the underwater part, so we can really get that like underwater thing, because the underwater is going to be the main eye catcher of everything. So I want it to be luscious green and very full. I might even go to the ocean and get some kelp, because I really want this underwater to pop. Of course, we're not going to get coral, because corals aren't really found in rivers, which this is supposed to be a giant river slash lake. So I'm going to try to get like, I'm going to try to get that feel for it, you know, that feeling going. So yeah, alright, and without further ado, let's start the time lapse. Alright, I just wanted to clear out the rain so you guys can get a nice sunny time lapse. Also, I might as well get some buckets while I'm at it. Hold up, because if there's one thing I got, buckets galore. So I'm gonna just put away everything except the sword, and then go back to the zoo, fill up all my buckets, and then get to cracking on the... And let me also snag this before we get really started here, because I have this thing over here that I made to get loads of bone meal from the sugarcane farm, because I do no longer need sugarcane. I made me a, I made me my enchantment table. It's in my house, so the sugarcane farm's kind of just here so I can get bone meal, so I can grow a lot of the things I have all around. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna start the time lapse, and I'll see y'all when this whole place is filled up with water in a flash. that's the time lapse over and done with. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me fill that up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaving here because at night for some reason things spawn in the enclosures and I do not like that. So I like to leave there before it gets like dark, you know? But we got some iron. Of course, we're gonna take the iron. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that. Do we have torches? I'm gonna see if I can turn these necrotic bones into into bone meal. That would be really helpful for me. Also, we need to see. Oh, look, I have bones. Nice. I also need glowstone. Because I do have a plan. I do have a plan. I do have torches, but not a lot of torches. Let's get some more torches. Do we have coal? I say we have sticks. I'm gonna put you back in here. I'm gonna put you back in here. Coal. We have a lot of coal. And then we put you and you. And now we put all of you in here because we don't need that many. We're gonna make a lot of lanterns. Or a good amount of lanterns. Yeah, good amount of lanterns. Because I do want a good amount of lanterns. There we go. And now we have 11 lanterns. And then with this, I'm gonna make a good amount of glowstone. But I don't like this glowstone. I think this glowstone is iconic, but yet not that good to look at. So, I'm gonna put you in here, and I'm gonna get... Is this the OG glowstone? Which one would fit good for underwater? I think the OG... Oh, that's just OG glowstone. We're gonna try the cracked glowstone. When I break you, you drop glowstone. But you drop more glowstone than... What? I have no idea. It dropped more glowstone than... who cares? Alright. And now with that, we return back to the zoo. We make all this bone into bone meal. We make all this bone into no meal. I can make a necrotic shield. That's cool, but can I make bone meal? Alright, if I put it in a grinder, I can make bone meal. Blaze bones. And if I put milk on it, I can make it into bone meal. Good to know, good to know, good to know. I'm just going to shove it in the grinder. But I'm going to shove it in the grinder after we finish bone mealing this. And I want to add some lights down here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here on some of these parts. And we're going to pickaxe some lights into here. So I'm gonna go on the back side of these rocks, pickaxe, and then illuminate, because I need some lights in here when it gets dark, because I want to be able to see the underwater parts. And if I drown a little bit, it's alright. Alright. God dang, it takes a while to break. Alright, and now with this, we'll bone meal the area around the glowstone, so it's not as noticeable, like so. God dang, I drown fast. I need respiration or something. I mean, I can easily do this from the surface. I want this to be like as green as possible, because I want it to be like beautiful, nice, rich, you know? Because this is where the hippos will be mainly grazing. I see them mainly vibing in the water and not so much on land, but the land's there because I do think they like to sleep on the land sometimes. So I have the land as an option, and also we can't forget the most important part, the watermelons, and we will be getting those when we go and get the hippos. So we're just spreading this out all around. I'm gonna be going to go get some what you call it. I am gonna go get some kelp because I do want the longer ones, like longer leaves, but this is how it's looking so far. Which, I must say, can't complain, it's looking beautiful. It's looking incredibly. Alright, let me see. We got empty cages. We got 2 empty cages for 2 hippos. So I'm gonna go snag the hippos right now. Because I think that's the best case scenario. We snag the hippos right now. So to snag the hippos, of course we need to go to a village. I'm gonna go to... Oh look, there's a whale. What is K? K is the best village. K is a better village. I'm gonna go. That villager just died, but that's none of my business, alright? I'm not gonna lie. I kinda hate I keep running into pillagers and they keep making me start raids, but hey. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't do nothing about pillagers spawning around your areas. And I feel bad for all these villagers I'm leaving to die, but if I had to stop every time a raid started, I wouldn't get anything done in the zoo, so I have to kind of leave it be. What the hell is this? I think I just did something bad. I'm sorry, big homie. That may have been your nest, and I may have crushed your eggs. So hippos, I know for a fact, spawn around like these water areas. So we need to look around the water areas, and hopefully we'll find one spawning. It wasn't that hard before, so I'm hoping all of a sudden it doesn't become an impossible task, you know? Because like hippos were common as hell when I was here before. It was like hippo, 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 hippo. Every 2 seconds hippo. So I'm hoping it doesn't become this big, impossible, mind-blowing task. And I think it's not, because I think that's a hippo right over there. Most definitely is a hippo. Let's snag that baby and get it going. Get it going. Oh my gosh, look at how they swim, these salamanders. Plus, I also plan on stealing some fish and putting that in the hippo enclosure too. So I'm excited for both of that. I also really like this. This also really is cool. Let me push this back. Come on, get in here. Oh my gosh, he even opens his mouth. Yo, get in here. I don't want another zebra. No, bro, I do not want another zebra experience. You're gonna get in my peril. Come on, get in the barrel. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the hippo. Now we just need to snag one more hippo. We got one hippo. We need another hippo. I'm gonna probably put like at least 4 hippos. I think 4 hippos is a good thing. So I'm gonna catch 2 on camera, and then I'm gonna catch the other ones off camera. Because these guys are fairly easy to capture, I'm not gonna lie. I expected them to be way harder, but they are going down pretty easy. Did that seagull just take some bread? Female hippo, male hippo. Ooh, we got a female and a male hippo. Nice. So who knows, maybe they can make a baby hippo. I also need to snag watermelon, and I'm pretty sure that's the place to snag it. I'm looking across the way, and I think that village has the watermelon we need. So of course we need to snag watermelon, because the comment said big watermelon munching hippos. So we need to get these chunky watermelon munchers. Alright, chunky watermelon munching hippos, and we need to give them some chunky watermelon. So I'm gonna run over here, snag some watermelon, and then try to feed it to the hippos, because who knows, they may actually eat the watermelon. These guys seem to have fairly advanced AI. So I'm gonna try to feed it some watermelon. I'm pretty sure watermelon. There it is. Alright, there's the watermelon. Let me snag some more of it. And there's some watermelon seeds so we can replenish the watermelons. Alright. I am gonna do some finishing touches on it, so I'm gonna like finish prettying up. There's nothing major gonna go on. I'm just literally gonna go crush up these wither bones to get more bone meal, and then we will be back. This is all I'm gonna be doing. If you're curious, I'm gonna crush up these bones, make bone meals, and finish decorating the interior, the rest of the hippo enclosure by just shoving a bunch of bone meal in the bottom and getting it all green down there. I may go get some kelp, and I may just go prettify it. You know, I'm gonna make it pretty, and then I'll be back and we'll be done. I'll release the hippos, and yeah, we will be done. Let me just continue to grind it, and yeah, I think that's it. So I'll see you guys all once we're done decorating the hippos enclosure and we're ready to release the hippo. Okay guys, the big moment is finally here. The moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. We have 100% finished the hippo enclosure. Yes sir, we have, guys. I've added the finishing touches, and let's just clear out these slimes. Slimes bother me. I don't know why they're the only mobs that spawn on this biome. I wish they didn't. They drop clay for some reason. I think this is Tinker's construct. But yes, this is the finished product of the zoo enclosure. I'm not gonna lie, one of my prouder enclosures. I absolutely love it. Of course, I'm gonna add the little the little like pathway, but I'm gonna probably do that off camera because it's getting pretty late and I kind of want to go to sleep. Currently of recording this, it's like 5 in the morning, bro. I've been up all night doing this. We have our watermelon. Our watermelon. But yeah, this is the full view of it. I think it's perfect, beautiful, and incredible. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And now, without further ado, I think it's time to release some hippos, don't you? Alright, we go here. First things first, we need to get some glass blocks so we can replace this almost immediately after we put these hippos in here. Obviously, they can't like run through. Oh yeah, we also need to add some of this. So we're gonna add some kelp. Obviously, kelp here, kelp there. Because I feel like kelp is cool. I like kelp. I think it's gonna add just that little oomph we need, that little bit of like long plant, because right now we have seaweed, but seaweed isn't really that long. And I'm just gonna go around because I'm pretty sure kelp naturally grows, so I'm just gonna go around planting some kelp here and there, and we're just gonna let it grow naturally so it can have that natural look to it. And yeah, I think that's enough kelp. But without further ado, guys, let's put our hippos in. The first hippo I'm gonna put on land because yeah, and then the second hippo is gonna be in water. I want to put the hippo as close as I can to the watermelon so they can eat the chonky watermelon, the chonk. Alright, so we're gonna go over here to the watermelon area I made for the hippos that for some reason fell off, and that's one hippo done. Obviously, he's opening his mouth, he's breathing, he's beautiful. I may be able to feed him the watermelon, who knows. I kind of want to try it, low-key kind of want to try it, but I don't think I have enough watermelon here. And then we have this other hippo that I'm gonna release. Alright, this one, he's gonna be a water hippo. I'm gonna release him in the water. We have black rhino. Oh, here's the hippo. Alright, and this one's gonna be released in the water. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, they're hostile in the water. They're very hostile in the water. Oh my gosh, yep, he's raging. He's very mad. He's very mad. He's very mad. I don't know why he's so mad. Oh god. Bro murdered me. Bro murdered me. Bro, I don't feel safe having him with this other hippo, bro. I don't feel like he belongs with the other hippo, bro. He's a murderer. He's too hostile, bro. Crash? No, I'm alright. Bro's a murderer. Bro's hostile for no reason, bro. I think it's because I was in the water with him, or maybe he was just mad, but he's definitely, like, angry. I'm pretty sure they're part of the same mod. He's just, like, a male hippo. Because this one said female common hippo, and that one said male common hippo. So he definitely has that male, like, personality about him. He definitely was hostile. And then another hippo. This one's another female, so we got 2 females and 1 male. I'm gonna keep it that way because I think the male would kill the other male if I added another male in here. So we're gonna keep it that way. And with that, and of course I'm gonna add fish and all that, but that's all gonna be off camera. All of that's gonna be off camera because I'm gonna have to go snag a bunch of fishes with some buckets and stuff. So that's all gonna be off camera, but for right now, we got our 3 hippos. Guys, please put in the comments below hippo names so we know what to name these beautiful creatures of ours. I really like them, and I want to see them take a dip in the water. Ah, they're swimming. They're swimming. That man's hungry. He's like, ah. He's like, ah. I want to shove him deeper in the water, but I think we're good for right now. They're trying to get out. I may have to switch it out. I don't think their path finding's good enough to find their way out. This man's still mad. Look at how angry he is. And I know the other one's in the water too. I may have to add more hippos in here because it's getting hard to see these guys. Alright. Yeah, there's one. He's just hugging that. And we have another one over here. I kind of want to trigger this one into going in the water, but these guys are very fast swimmer. Oh, look, no, they made their way out. Sweet. Alright. I know I'm going to regret this, but hey, we can always grow more watermelon. I want to see if they will eat watermelon. Because if I get a big watermelon slice, will they munch on that? That's my main question. Alright, because they have cool animations, so I want to see if I put a giant watermelon in their face, will they eat it? Let me first feed them this. Can I feed them this? Can I throw this at you? Can you open that mouth and eat this? I was really hoping there would be an animation where they would eat the watermelon, but I don't think so. Which kind of sucks. Oh no, okay, no, he's pissed off. Okay, they're pissed off. They're mad I'm in their personal space. Yep, hippos are not friendly creatures, y'all. Don't be deceived. If you are in their personal space, yep, homie Big Tonka's heartily towards my ass. I want to see him in the water. Oh my gosh, homie's fast as heck. Alright, I think he just love tapped me once and he's good. Yeah, he love tapped me once and he's good, but he's not good for long. I think he's pushing me quite hard. I'm hearing noises. He's definitely enjoying his area. I'm definitely gonna have to shove at least one more hippo in here so we can have like a full house. Because that's what the goal is, to have a full house. That would be awesome. I replaced that glass over there, right? Yep. That hippo still... This is what bothers me about these creatures sometimes. They push themselves right up against the glass, so it almost makes them look like they escaped. But no, they haven't. And where is the big male hippo? I really hope they can dive underwater. Because that's another reason I got them. So they can, like, I made this big area so I could see them dive underwater. Yeah, they are underwater. Look, he's right there. Yes! Mission accomplished. But I ain't gonna lie, I think we're gonna call it here, guys. I think we did a fantastic job. Thank you again, Quackity, for the suggestion. Quackity Not Found. This hippo enclosure is thanks to you, so thank you so much. Guys, leave in the comments below what you guys want me to name the hippos. And like always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. At any point, if you want to enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. It truly helps me. I'm trying to get to 500 subs, so if you can help me with that goal today, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And like always, guys, stay cool, stay safe, stay awesome, and stay yourselves out there. This has been Dark 313 Night, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.